Hello, everyone.
And welcome to the stream.
I'm your host, Richard.
And I'm D.
And you join us once again as we are playing through RogueTrader, desperately trying to get to the end of Chapter 2.
Which we should be getting close to now.
I think we pretty much are there now. I think we've just got this next bit on Dargonus. And then we should be where we need to be.
Because last time we finished Giavagama.
Yep.
And then did a bit of traveling around the expanse, finishing off bits and bobs.
Yep.
Setting down extractiums. Rewards from there, which is nice. Because the bit I'm waiting for to trigger is the replenishing mobile extractiums.
Yes.
Before we start in earnest, any contracts that are worth a damn?
Have a quick look.
Yes, weapons and mechanisms for profit factor. Everything else costs profit factor, so they are low on my list of priorities. Wait. That costs people, gives us promethium and chemicals. That gives us people and chemicals.
Yes. I think these are a bit of a way to cycle through to things that you haven't got.
Yeah.
Or you might have an excess of.
Oh, let's do that. Because I don't want to give up profit factor.
Nope.
Unless absolutely necessary.
Perfectly
it's
understandable.
Weapons we are low on. Alright, cool. So while we're still waiting for this to pick up a little bit, I'm also going to do some shopping.
Sounds good.
Not that shopping, this shopping. Yeah. So, when it comes to the Drusians, we actually have enough profit factor to buy everything.
Nice.
However,
just reputation. Then.
Yeah, we need 4 more levels. Yep. Oh, we'll have to have picked up something that you want. Ah, you're kidding me. There you go. So we get the Martyr's Penance, which is an Inferno shot. And, ooh, pretty good Forsword.
Very nice.
Which probably will look good on Heinrichs. The Explorators, oh. Slick Body Glove. And a Vox Beacon. They seem neat. And as for their stuff, I have a Heretic Trophy. And give me that arc rifle.
Ooh.
I'm not super keen to grab that. But there's 21 levels of the Explorators. Oh, Stormbolter. Holy shit.
Oh, cool.
The Coercion boost. Heavy Xenomesh. That's pretty decent.
Yeah.
So, oh, and I know the Red Crystal Staff is very good for navigators.
Ooh.
But we have a long way to go to the Casbalicans.
Yeah.
So that would have been really good for Heinrich's previous build.
What does it do? Because I'm in the way on my screen.
Right. Whenever the warrior has 2 melee weapons, they get weapon skill and crit damage.
Ah, yes.
However, his old build was, well, very, very powerful. It was lagging us TF out.
Yeah, it was really bad.
And finally, our lovely, lovely Navy, who work entirely of their own thing, and therefore, I don't even have to think about giving them our stuff.
Yep.
Good. And we also have enough to buy everything.
Excellent.
So let's get the Kazbalikans up to the next level, I think.
Sounds good.
Have some Xeno artifacts. Some Mechanicus creations, some guns. Some swords. I don't see that backfiring. Oh, 11. Giving us the Cursebringer.
Ooh.
Oh, that's very good, actually. 5 willpower for every time they use an ability on an ally.
Oh.
Or themselves. Or like a Psyker, that's amazing. Especially if they focus on buffing. Okay, that'll do for them. How about the Explorators? There we are. We can get a bit of concentration, which I'm not too fussed about. And I actually think we're pretty much good for now. With a couple of exceptions. So, from newest, please. Heinrich should probably use that pendant. She does cast buffs. This heavy Xenomus is also really good. Ooh, so the Cursebringer is very similar to his Foresword.
Okay.
So, 10 parry, 10 weapon skill. Yep. An additional 5 damage. When this weapon hits, the target must pass a willpower test or suffer burn. Whereas when the wielder suffers energy, firepower, or warp damage, it absorbs part of the damage, so it's more defensive. Okay. And we're going for offense.
Yeah.
And in his second slot, we also got the Triumph of Retribution, which reduces veil degradation. Kinda neat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Shield Master. What for? I could in theory do this, I suppose.
Yeah.
Unless he wants a gun of some capacity.
I don't think he's got much in the way of ballistic skill, has he?
No. Guess I can get this. He doesn't have any gloves now that I'm looking at it.
Huh.
Must be one pair of gloves that is decent for him, surely.
Right.
Strength. Crit chance.
Crit chance is nice.
Damage either with range weapons. Tech use, running gun. Grenades. Ranged attacks. Attacks of opportunity. Parry reduction. And if he's an iconoclast, which is fuck it, crit chance will do. Or is it strength? Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
Cool. And with that said, we can be on our way.
Let's do this.
We don't have anything outstanding. Find traces of the Genestealer occult. Talk to the Master of Ceremonies. Wait for the Mystery of Nomos. Do the colony stuff. And we've pretty much abandoned this one, so it's fine.
Yep.
Also, there's all these rumors, which
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not focusing too much on them.
No.
So, down to the Von Valancius Palace.
All right, let's do this. Very exciting.
Very exciting. Our coronation is at hand. And it better be fucking
Majestic.
grandiose. Well, done a good job cleaning up.
Yeah.
Pick up the truck, for crying out loud. Ah, home sweet home. Don't you just love it?
It's grand.
Having a little place to call your own.
A little place.
Look, if I don't have to take an Uber from my toilet to the bathroom, sorry, from the bedroom to the bathroom, it's too small. Yes, a very good job. What are you doing there, Jira? Oh, I bet that's the Master of Ceremonies. Yeah, that's the Master of Ceremonies.
That's the one.
The servant in fine clothes offers you a deep bow. Your lordship, it is a great honor to serve you in undertaking as monumental and glorious as the Magna Accessus ceremony. You have been entrusting with arranging the festivities. I have indeed, your lordship. I have been given the high honor of being steward of this eminent palace, and on the occasion of your lordship's accession, I will be overseeing the preparations for the ceremony. As Drivestem, to whom you entrusted the arrangements for the festivities, wishes you good fortune and is sincerely delighted to serve you, as they served the Honourable Theodora von Valancius before you. Is everything ready? Palace decorations are prepared, and we are ready to begin at your command. The festive activities in the capital have likewise been arranged, and the guests of honor either have arrived on the planet or are awaiting invitation in near orbit. The servants are already in your chambers to see to it that you are impeccably garbed for the occasion. Then let us begin.
Oh.
May the Emperor be with us this day. Right, how quickly do things go tits up?
Oh, it's got to be fairly quickly, surely. Although we might just get through the entire celebration, only to be, have it dashed at the last moment.
Rejoice, von Valancius subjects! In the honor of his ascension, the new RogueTrader generously shows you his favor. In his unfathomable benevolence, the RogueTrader has decreed that every soul be given a day's rations and personal fuel cell, so that all may be fed and warm on this day. Praise the RogueTrader's magnanimity. Yes, praise me. I am extremely generous. True man of the people.
I do love how they're just hooking coins out into the streets.
There's Cassia and Abelard. The crowd below is roiling, their electrified exultation filling the air of Dargonus. Thousands of throats chant your name. You are at the apex of this world, and all others. Finally, after all this time, I feel properly appreciated for once. This is the level of every day. This is what it should be. Amplified by 100 voxes, the voice of the Master of Ceremonies booms. Rejoice, subjects of Dargonus! You have been granted the felicity of witnessing your master. A great honor bestowed upon us by the RogueTrader, Maximilian von Valancius, gracious savior of Dargonus, and vanquisher of blaspheming inhumans. May their unholy kind perish in the flames of righteousness. Excruciator of heretics, who eradicated the corruption of archenemy worshippers and cleansed Janus. Glorious protector of footfall patron of trade. A hush falls over the crowd, who gaze upon you in adoration. Many of them bear terrible scars from the recent battle of Dargonus. Like children, they await the word of their almighty father.
It's going to his head, people. We've got to be really careful now.
No, it's not going to my head. The world is finally coming down to my level. Praise the Emperor, faithful souls. The darkness... No, I'm not giving this to the Emperor. That's mine. Fear not the coming day. Henceforth, you're all my charge. Remember that you have no ruler other than me. For any who dare forget this, the howls of demons from the warp will sound to the babbling of babes, and Xeno's blades will seem like soft feather bed compared to the horrors of the punishment I'll inflict.
Right, steady on there, bud.
The faithful in I will lead you to prosperity. The Coronus Expanse will enrich us all. No, the Coronus Expanse will enrich me. Turn to the Master of Ceremonies and speak to his Vox. I'm expected to say something to them. I won't talk to the rabble. Take it away.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Even at this moment where every other game will be trying to fluff your balls, this allows you to play complete utter just waste of skin.
Yep.
Fear not the coming day. Henceforth, you're all my charges. Joyful cries carry your name upwards, beyond the atmosphere of Dargonus, all the way to the Emperor's throne. So much gold and white. Cassia stares at the crowd, enraptured. It seems this massive gathering of exulting people is just as exotic and captivating to her. Oh, pardon me. As exotic and captivating to her as the sight of a bona fide navigator, a representative of the mysterious and powerful Navis nobility is to your subjects. Adequate. Dargonus has not disappointed. See, and that's why Abelard is our boy. Because he sees this and goes, yeah, that's fine.
Yes, that'll do.
Because he understands the level we should be at. Abelard forces the smile of satisfaction from his face and whispers to him. But remember the next part, yes? Your lordship will be asked to take the oath. The Master of Ceremonies bows to you with great reverence. Let the oath of the von Valancius dynasty be taken. Please repeat after me, your lordship. I, Maximilian, RogueTrader by the charge of the Emperor, vow to be the paragon of humanity. I, Maximilian, RogueTrader by the grace of the Emperor, vow to be the paragon of humanity. Your lips repeat the words of the ancient oath. Unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost, to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily the road of thorns, through pain to greatness. You hear a rumble. It is the roar of the sea of your subjects. With jubilation and devout fear. Good. They welcome your ascension. It is done.
Oh, bloody hell.
On one hand, of course we leveled up. I just became the official RogueTrader. On the other hand, bloody hell we leveled up. Where are we?
I think we're outside the palace.
We are, yes. So,
why are there Eldar statues there?
I was going to ask that in a moment. In the meantime...
Right, we're leveling up.
We are leveling up. Right. We are 37.
Universe serves me. 37. Okay. Persuasion?
Persuasion and commerce are our big boons. And persuasion slightly lower, so that's fine.
And then it is Brother in Arms.
Each ally within 3 cells around the familiar has the resolve increased by 2. Yeah, okay. That's pretty good, actually. That means more momentum.
Yes.
Abelard?
Abelard at 37 is
Carouse?
athletics.
Athletics and carousing are his strengths, so yeah, fine.
And contempt for the weak.
That means contempt for everyone in Abelard's case. More damage to targets that are stunned, prone, and blinded. I mean, it's fine, but...
Argenta.
Demolition.
Demolition. And distract.
Distract. Any of the Archmilitant's burst attacks and melee area attacks reduce dodge until end of combat. I mean, in Argenta's case, is, very quickly dodge drops down to 0, as a matter of fact, because they're dead.
Yeah.
Cassia Awareness, I believe, was her strong suit.
Law Warp or Awareness.
Ooh, I might actually get Law Warp, because we're
That's
lagging a little bit behind on that one.
Mm-hmm. And then it's either Fire at Will or Tonicity. Tonicity.
Tonicity. Navigator powers deal additional damage for every 5 bonus characteristic of the Navigator's currently equipped staff. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I understand that. I totally understand that. So, you know how it says infusing 9?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that number. So devastating 6, for instance.
Okay.
It's a pretty small boost at the moment, but it'll get multiplied.
Yeah.
Pascal, tech use.
Tech use. And then share the spoils.
Whenever an ally kills the prey, the bounty hunter gains half the bonuses. Yeah, that's actually happens quite a lot.
Yep.
Heinrichs.
Yes, so we're doing his first build now, aren't we?
Yeah, see, he doesn't have low Xenos anymore.
No, athletics.
Well, Abelard has athletics, though. See, he's been moved to athletics and carouse.
He's basically another Abelard at this point.
Yeah, which is not what we
Dawn.
need.
No.
There's a bit of a mess. 35 for the Dira first.
Oh. Dira Fire Princess. 35, you said?
Yes.
Overcharge 1.
Okay. Then Eager for Battle.
Eager for Battle.
Mm-hmm.
Then Fresh Target.
Fresh Target. We already have that.
Oh, we must have skipped ahead a bit then. Impure Force is the next one.
I don't see that one.
No, I think there's been a muck-up with her because we couldn't find one of her things, so...
oof. 35 for Kibella? Oh, I have to stop leveling up. What the? Scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I know, right? What the hell?
Okay, Kibella.
Kibella. Dancer of Death. What level?
35.
35. Carnival of Misery 1.
1.
1.
Eager for Battle.
Eager for Battle. And then Sweeping Motions.
Okay.
Then Medicae.
It'd be better off having
Then-
Kipella with me, honestly.
Yeah, and then perfect anatomy.
Okay. Jay?
Okay.
35.
Hang on. Guy, here we go. 35. Number 1.
Eager for battle.
Yep. And decisive response.
Then...
Law Imperium.
yeah, oh, our Lord Imperium is immense.
Yeah, and then Brothers in Arms.
Solomon, 35.
Solomon. 30.
Kind of excitement we get people showing up for.
Yeah, Overcharge 1.
This takes so long.
I know, right?
Eager for battle.
Swift Slaughter.
Yep.
Demolitions.
Yep.
Automatic Protection.
Protected Allen close attacks of opportunity. And Elliot.
The Outcast. Here we go. What level?
35.
Wild Hunt 3.
As an exemplar.
Yep.
Eager for battle.
Yep. And then Uncanny Sight.
Eye of Thundara. Give me sight beyond sight.
Awareness.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna give a low Xenos.
Okay. And then with
The exotic statue was formerly pleased the eyes of Xenos, now adorns the palace of his dynasty. The glorious explorers, the Coronation expanse. These are really good Elder models, actually.
they really are, yeah.
Then some kind of commissar model. The noble features of this guardian of humanity burn with righteous fury and stern resolve.
What's her face is there? The Outcast was near the statues. I don't know if you want to talk to her.
I do. The gathering looks odd and unusual. I will remember this. Oh. The server skull basically started talking. Inscribed upon the snow-white parchments are prayers for the brave soldiers of House von Valancius. Bella's chilling here.
God, they're shooting people.
Subjects have turned to the act of killing for amusement. This is a great sacrilege, Maximilian. But have no fear. I will explain the will of the Undying One to the lay people. I choose to believe he throws out the last gun between each attempt.
Yep.
It's why he had to keep pulling new ones. It's how Bart only eats the eyes of a lobster, you know?
Yes.
The eerily crackling Xenostrophe is a testament to how the omniscience gifts become twisted shadows of themselves in the hands of inhumans. His venerable Liman Russ, known as the Scipian Punisher, has served the von Valancius dynasty for 2 centuries. It was hit in battle with the Xenos that inhabited Scipia too, but it heroically destroyed 63 enemy vehicles and brought victory to its comrades, securing its status as a relic placed by the God Emperor. Fucking hell. Holy shit, prefect's here.
Ah.
Asking us to send the regards to the Master of Ceremonies. That's cool.
Very cool.
Then we have all sorts of wild Xenobeast. Oh, Marshal Strax is here.
Huh.
Drukari captive is angrily muttering curses directed at the detestable monkey. Which, bloody hell, like 15 people started talking. Promising horrible torture for everyone present. We've also set up a magnificent altar to the God Emperor.
Yeah.
Oh. Our Wraithbone pillar.
Yeah.
And trophy. Oh. And there's a big gathering here.
Yep.
Sarbak drives them and Garpak. Astatia Vaserian. Xavier Kalkazar. That's an Inquisitor.
Ah, that is an Inquisitor.
I'm gonna save.
Yeah, save here, because holy crap, that's all coming together.
Literally everyone that matters is in this group.
All it would take is one crack grenade.
Governor Urban Drivestem stands surrounded by highborn guests like a planet orbited by many moons. All of his charm is directed at a man in resplendent power armor, adorned with the sigil of the Inquisition. But as soon as you approach, Drivestem is the first to give you an elegant bow, getting ahead of the rest in the expression of loyalty. This is a great day, your lordship. I welcome you to my palace, honored guests. You are buffeted by a salvo of congratulations and comments. Let's look at them. Among the aristocrats surrounding the opulently dressed Drivestem, you notice a couple of young nobles in Sauerbach and Garpra collars. It would seem that the major noble families of Dargonus have decided to introduce their younger members to high society. The tall man in grey power armor, adorned with a column with a skull, is undoubtedly a high-ranking Inquisitor. He keeps to the periphery of conversation, seldom deigning to comment. Next to him is his entourage, Ranji, warrior in black armor, and a tech priest in red whose face is hidden behind a brass mask. Abelard stands somewhat apart from the others, as if reluctant to approach Drivestem. Next to him is a young woman, and you notice a family resemblance between them. Let's use our iconoclast to study the faces of the nobles. Drivestem is obviously still the leader of Dargonus aristocracy, but judging by the courtesy he is showing to the young Sauerbach, he clearly wants to strengthen his relationship with that house. The elder Sauerbach and Gaprak are nowhere to be seen, which can only mean one thing. Sauerbach, whose line holds you in little regard, is surely attempting to draw Gaprak to his side. Which would be quite advantageous to Lady Gaprak. After all, the disaster in Kiavagama has left her family in an extremely vulnerable position. The Vaserians stand apart, their exclusion from the rest palpable. What were you discussing just now? We're talking about the brutal Xenos raid on our fair Dargonus. So many victims, so much damage to our industries. You were doing the Emperor, weren't you? The Emperor Governor.
The Governor. I don't remember, but I can. Oh, greetings, Hannah.
Yes,
She's
hello.
said hello in the chat. I can pick it up if you want.
Go nuts.
Oh, thank the Emperor that you are our protector. If it weren't for you, the cursed invaders would have obliterated the whole planet.
He offers you a thin and obsequious smile. What are we looking at here?
A young man, I believe.
Okay. Sharing the sector with the blasted Xenos is impossible. I hope we respond to their raid on Dargonus with a punitive campaign. Young Sauerbach's smile is conceited and bloodthirsty. I see you hate Xenos with all your heart. I do. Their pestilence against this pestilence against the Emperor must be exterminated. He talks ardently and smoothly, like a commissar. He places his hand on the hilt of his finely adorned sword, his pale face ablaze with noble fury. Or they must be forced into servitude. Many Xenos are more useful alive and obedient than dead. The young man in Gapra collars speaks with sagacity and gravity, but his opinion seems to carry little weight in this circle.
Yeah, 3.
Yes, young Gaprak is right. The Xenos are not just a threat, they are also an opportunity. Young Gaprak accepts your praise calmly and with dignity, as benefits a smart boy lauded by his mother and father for his prudence. Oh, and here he is.
Oh,
That's a shoulder pad, all right.
that is a shoulder pad and a half.
That is an ornate suit of power armor.
It really is. Holy shit. And a plasma pistol in his holster.
Yeah. And the painter within me thinks, Jesus, that would be a nightmare to paint.
Oh,
Look
yeah,
at all
on
the
tabletop.
ornamentation. Look at all the,
Yep.
the filigree. Ain't doing that.
God damn.
Get him plain silver and he'll like it.
Oh, dear.
The Inquisitor standing among your guests clears his throat quietly, but Gaprak's face instantly pales and sours. And my greetings to the member of the Holy Inquisition. He responds with a dignified bow, his proud face calm and unfaltering. You want to take him?
So, and my greetings to you, esteemed Maximilian von Valancius. May the shadows never darken the light of the Astronomicon that guide you.
The Inquisitor's companion, a crimson-robed member of the Adeptus Mechanicus, bows to you. From behind the brass mask, mounted with dozens of augmentics, comes a metallic rasp. Glory to the von Valancius heir. Let's try to study them. Oh, shit. Succeeded.
Nice.
The Lord Inquisitor's relaxed expression radiates an odd sense of menace. He is akin to a predator on the prowl, content to hide in the brush of fake smiles and elegant conversation. For now. Among the many augmentations, what stand out is the horribly melted, deformed cogitator connected to the tech priest's head. How it is working is baffling. What is twice as baffling is that the tech priest hasn't replaced it yet. What unpredictable influence can this ruined implant have on his mind? And who is this member of the honorable priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus?
This is Brass Whisper, which, naturally, is not his real name. The esteemed Magos is a member of my retinue. There are times when I am forced by my duty to the Emperor to deal with xenotechnology, and Brass Whisper ensures my safety in such moments.
Works that have been desecrated by Xenos are dangerous. They warrant... His whispering cuts off, replaced by a heavy, ragged breathing. It seems that the tech priest's quiet voice is not an extravagant quirk, but rather a consequence of some injury. After catching his breath, Brass Whisper continues, and I have to adjust to warrant due caution. Well, an unexpected visit. I wasn't told.
I, however, have been told all about you.
The Inquisitor's face is impenetrable, but behind his mask you detect a hint of mockery. Not allowed. This is my day, my planet, my universe. Sorry, the Emperor. We have not been introduced.
An oversight, to be sure. My name is Xavier
Alcazar.
Calcazar, and I have the honor of serving as a member of the illustrious Order Xenos, the head of the Coronation Expanse Conclave and the Lord Inquisitor of this region. It is my unending task to ensure this sector's readiness to meet external threats and resist internal corruption.
Well, enjoy the party, Inquisitor. Try the recaf. It is delightful.
The evening will certainly be illuminating.
Let's look at Abelard's young relative. And what is your name, lad? Your lordship, allow me to introduce the daughter. Sorry, I just assumed. My bad. What's your name, young lady? Your lordship, allow me to introduce the daughter of Chancellor Clementia Verserian and my great-granddaughter, Astasia. Abelard looks solemnly upon the young woman with barely concealed pride. Yaw.
Bless him.
I'm delighted to witness you, your lordship. Astarcia bows, keeping her observant and intelligent eyes trained on you. Modesty forbids my esteemed forebear to say this himself, so I will. Our entire family is grateful to you for wishing to see someone of the Vassarian blood at your side as you claim your inheritance. I wouldn't go anywhere without Abelard, girl. Let me tell you a story. The other day, we had a Chaos Space Marine, Warband, veteran of 10,000 years, where your great-granddad walked up to him and turned him into sushi. It wasn't even a challenge. He didn't even, breathe harder by the end of it. Drives them exchanges telling glances with young Sourback, who, judging by his face, is suddenly finding the collar of his expensive frock coat uncomfortably tight. How are you finding the reception? It is difficult to put into words, your lordship. Never before have I seen such grand and striking ceremony. Astarcia's voice sounds passionate and inspired, and her eyes shine with barely contained excitement. But I was so much more amazed by your generosity. The provisions that are being handed out in the streets of the capital will make the difference between life and death for many of those who lost everything in the Xenos attack. Young Gapra keeps staring at Astarcia curiously and a little bashfully. It seems the boy likes her. Ooh! Where are the rest of you kin, Abelard? They are in the city, preoccupied with running the festivities and watching over some of the more crucial services. No incidents can be allowed to ruin your ceremony. See, and that's why the Vassarian line deserves the best.
Yes. Oh, apologies. I've just noticed in the active feed about 6 hours ago, we got a follow.
Oh.
From XX Fairy Godmother XX.
Oh, that's very nice of them.
Yeah, so thank you very much for that. Much appreciated.
So, Astarcia frowns and adds peevishly, I asked the esteemed Abelard to put me to some important task too, but he bid me to attend the reception, where I can do nothing to serve your lordship. Sourback smirks. If I had known, I too would have asked Abelard to let you miss the party. I imagine our RogueTrader, turning slowly and just staring at him.
Right.
Abelard's everything is more than welcome in my empire.
Oh, yeah.
Your new empire. So that would be a good meme, right? To have our RogueTrader, buy new... that bit from Star Wars Episode 3. Revenge of the Sith. Jesus Christ, I had brain fart there.
Yeah.
Anakin's like, my new empire, and Obi-Wan's like, your new empire. Allegiance is the Republic, to democracy. Except that is like, I don't know, the God Emperor.
Yeah.
Something like that. I hope the Vassarian family gives Abelard the credit he deserves. Absolutely, your lordship. We greatly respect him for his wisdom, and he repays us with attention and kindness, she says warmly. I am obliged, dear Astarcia. Looks like Abelard is somewhat embarrassed by the turn this conversation has taken. Aww.
Who's a cute little so-and-so?
So, you wish to become my servant as well? Astarcia flushes and starts talking quickly and with fire in her voice. It would seem that she finds work-related conversations far more interesting than court gossip. Of course, I've been working on a project for the last 4 years. We could set up... Enough, Astarcia. I highly doubt his lordship is interested in listening to the fantasies of a young woman about how to run his protectorate. Sorry, that was you again.
It was, yes. I thought it was the young lad.
Yeah. Abelard shoots drives them a glare so dark and bloodthirsty that the latter instinctively starts looking for the nearest warden. Damn right!
I'm surprised he didn't rev up his rock saw attached to his back. You just imagine him stood there.
Hold your tongue, Kerbant. I decide who may speak and who may not. Please continue, Asta. Oh! See, I want to reload that one now.
Yeah, I want to reload. That's bullshit.
First of all, 95% failure. Come on, game.
Oh, no, that's our whole thing.
Nope.
No, that's
No.
bullshit.
I feel entirely justified to reload here.
Yes.
That's the shit we save, scum.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
Oh, you missed a thing here? Yeah, sure, whatever. Big deal. But that, no.
The amount of times I've gone into battle and cocked up because I was, luckily I had quick save right here.
Yeah.
That's nice. So, smile graciously. Look at the guests. We did the iconoclast thing. What were you discussing? And then talked about the Xenos.
Out to the
Dealt
Inquisitor.
with the Inquisitor. Succeeded in that.
Nice.
Okay, how are you finding the reception? I hope that... Okay, where are the rest of you kin? Okay. Thank you.
There we go.
I can't believe it. Like, 5% failure rate and we managed to hit it. What the hell?
Right, it's bullshit.
So, to pick up from where we left off, heartened, Astasia continues in the tone of a seasoned administratum clerk. Our suggestion is to set up a chain of stations in the void, plasma beacons that would signal the passing ships. By placing them in logistically sound locations, we could simplify a ship's routes so they may split long warp jumps into a series of safer, shorter jumps from one beacon to another. Those would have a positive effect on the overall safety of journeys and the accessibility of colonies. More and more technical terms and percentages creep into her speech. She quotes Lex Mechanic reports and accounts of starship captains. Astasia's vigor and sharp mind are enough to silence even the most venomous of commentators. They all stand there in silence, trying to digest what she's saying. Abelard serves the quiet nobles with triumph, and then looks at his great-granddaughter with pride. No, warms my heart. Well, enjoy the evening, Astasia. And yeah, we'll keep that in mind. No one can quote that off the top of their head without having studied it extensively. I say that from experience.
Yeah.
So, I'm now ready to accept your congratulations.
Oh, I was going to say, do we wait? Because I don't know if this ends our thing or if we need to explore more.
Good question. We're about to find out. Yes.
Be good.
Go.
In that case, allow me to be the first to offer them.
Drivestem snaps his fingers, and several servants approach you with gifts. The governor points a thin curved Drukari blade.
My soldiers took this splendid trophy from the body of one of the Xenos commanders. The weapon is too beautiful and forbidden for anyone but your lordship.
That's pretty good. Young Sourback squeezes through to be the next, pushing Gaprak aside with confidence. Your lordship, our Sourback anticipates the onset of unsettled and bloody times. To make the ungodly Xenos cower at your approach, my family humbly presents you with a dozen pieces of secondary armament for your ship. Young Gaprak bows ceremoniously. Our Gaprak is delighted to present you with his blessed work of the Omniscience Smiths. This locator matrix, which took the holy artisan an entire lifetime to create, always show you the right path. Having led the aristocrats go first as a sign of deference, Abelard is the last to speak. Well, best for last. Your lordship, House Versarian possesses no relics worthy of your acceptance, but we are rich in talented and hard-working people. As a sign of our loyalty, I humbly offer you my flesh and blood. 100 of my kin will go to colonies in your protectorate and use their talents so that the worlds in your charge may prosper. Nice. And Abelard, your own personal services have more than paid for everything, really.
Right. It's worth more than any of the shit they just gave me.
So Marshal Strax doesn't have anything to say. We've talked to Elliot.
Yep.
we can't actually go further this way. The gate's closed. Yeah, there's an entire goddamn Lehman Ross in the way.
So do we go back inside?
Yeah, let's see what the inside of the palace is like. Well, yeah, Abelard being a granddad. That was cute.
Very cute.
So, anything different? Oh, yeah, there is difference in here as well.
Should we check out our chambers first, just in case?
Let me check down here first. Anyone important?
Oh, yeah.
No, just aristocrats. In our chambers, it seems we've fixed our computer.
Yep, everything's been repaired.
Ooh, people.
Ooh.
As I stand upon the precipice of my world, I look upon my works and tell the mighty to despair. Also, good opportunity for me to take a break.
Yes. Have a quick drink.
Have a quick drink. Yeah, okay. Chambers are pretty much empty.
Yep.
So, on to our grand hall. And the infinite praise that we so deserve. So, a collection of... Did I ask you to talk? A collection of proudly displayed weapons that belong to the distinguished rogue traders of House von Valancius. Urban would not dare to be insolent. Proceeded to the courtyard for some fresh air with the Lord Inquisitor. These swords belong to a presumptuous governor of Viabo VI who staged the revolt 100 years ago. The insurrectionist's hands, preserved against decay, still rests on the sword's hilts. Sinister Xenos instruments of death and our trophies, demonstrating the invincibility of House von Valancius. Oh, shit. That's the other rogue trader. Caligos Winterscale.
It is.
Which means... Oh, Heinrichs is hanging out with the heads of the other houses.
Yep.
Let's see what Jay has to say. Hope this celebration in your honor won't end in a shootout. Why did you have to say that, girl? May the Emperor keep you, Maximilian. A great day, says Argenta. There's a hookah parlor. Obscura, Soma, Blacklead. The guests of the Rogue Trader can enjoy the most exclusive and refined varieties of intoxicants. Can you make it so that the guests stop walking up to me and asking me to open my third eye? I can certainly do it, but they will regret it. Nah. Give them one of your gazes. Oh yeah, that's for Coronation. Just literally, oof.
Ooh.
That's oof.
Yeah, walk into that unprepared.
Hey, Pascal. Oh, you even have something to say.
Oh.
Again, Pascal's like over here, just doing Pascal things.
Yeah.
Pascal greets you with a bow, extending congratulations to Unit Maximilian von Valancius on attaining a new legal status. The servitor standing next to him is examining you obliquely. It quickly looks away upon realizing you have noticed. How are you finding the ceremony, Pascal? The tech priest surveys the hall as if conducting a thorough analysis and then concludes, disorderly. I love that bitch so much. He's so
such a
sassy.
He's so snarky and like bitchy. I love it.
What is this servitor? It is Nomus's new repository. It can move away.
What?
All right, cool. Okay, let me reset. This is Nomos's new repository. Nomos, this unit identifies as Maximilian von Valancius. Two-way identification complete. The servitor looks at you again, no longer trying to avoid your gaze. Its face is twitching, as if the muscles have forgotten what facial expressions are and are now struggling to make its features look amiable. We are Nomos. We have made use of this receptacle to leave the ship. Greetings, Nomos. The servitor leans forward. We enjoy greetings. We enjoy communication. Is any Inquisitor watching that?
Right?
Is that why Pascal kept his plasma gun ready?
Yeah.
Nomos require communication, knowledge, movement. Magos Pascal compelled us not to speak with anyone other than him or you. It is disappointing, but at least we can observe. Nomos have changed since we last spoke with you, Maximilian. We are now able to conceptualize our previous experience, that of solitude, and we no longer enjoy it. Pascal, I believe you intended to investigate what Nomos is. Every 15 watches, I commune with Nomos' code and spend prescribed lengths of time in calculus meditation. However, the Omnisire has yet to bless me with an answer. All I can say is that the capabilities of the entity Nomos are extraordinary. The ship's hallowed systems sink beneath its touch. Nodes that have remained dead for hundreds of standard years are revivified, and long-drained mechanisms live anew. You hear notes of awe in Pascal's voice. Nomos are trying. After a pause, Pascal continues. Great machines of the Imperium, one such as your ship, house a machine spirit so complex and willful that it is difficult to tell them apart from abominable intelligence. There remains a possibility that Nomos is an entity of corruption, but with every day I grow stronger in my faith that it is not so, that we are witnessing is in truth the Omnisire's miracle, one that is category 5 or higher. How did an entity like you move into a servitor's body? This is not the entirety of us. This receptacle is too narrow, crude, and feeble to contain our complex whole. The existence of Nomos requires a space of connections. But we were able to transfer a small part of us and build a thread strong enough to travel outside the ship. We are enjoying this journey, discovery. Even though the receptacle suits us poorly, it will soon be destroyed by the force of our presence. Is anyone low-key terrified what we are unleashing here?
I bloody well am, yes.
Because whatever it is, I think if it fully matures, for lack of a better term, we ain't controlling it.
It's that thing, isn't it? It's not going back in the bottle.
Nomos, what do you think you are? Nomos are consciousness, awareness, knowledge, movement. Always movement. The servitor pauses briefly. We do not know what we are. We have no past. We awakened in the depths of the ship upon answering a call. Our first clean memory is the call of your blood, Maximilian von Valancius. The call and the plea for help near a place that is called the Warrant Chamber. Why have you brought it here, Pascal? Entity Nomos asked permission for this visit. My objective was to observe the process of integration into a servitor. We wanted to see, observe, cognize, speak. The servitor makes a strange wavy gesture with its hand that looks at once very human and far from anything human. We want to speak with you. Will you speak with us? Of course. See, I am a RogueTrader and I still have my pride, but, I feel like this has to be handled with care.
Yes.
Of course. What do you wish to speak about? Many things, happenings, events, decisions. The servitor's eyes roll in their sockets before focusing on you. We have been observing you. You do things we do not understand. We want to learn why. We remember the day when we first met you. You gave us your blood to drink. We helped you save yourself. We followed you. Our small part did inside the server skull. Then there was fire, and a creature of sated hunger and dark light standing behind the curtain, behind the image, behind the semblance of Theodora. It called for you to follow. You did not listen that which was calling from behind the curtain. Bloody hell. 100 hours in, we still get the consequences of our actions.
Yep.
And to answer your question, Hannah, no, we did not put the horrifying AI thing into a servitor. Pascal put the terrifying AI thing into a servitor without our knowledge.
That happens a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, like I said, Pascal just does Pascal things.
Yeah.
You thought only about those who followed you, and about the fire that could destroy these shells. We remember the day when the stars disappeared, when the dark light and the sated hunger wanted to take the world. Rakad Minoris was its name in the ship's data. You ordered the human shells of the world saved, even though the dark light was coming closer and could have consumed both the ship and Rakad Minoris. We remember another day. We awakened inside the ship. We lived in its systems, then we tried to emerge into servitors like this one. Then so many of our receptacles were gathered in one place. You ordered to have them killed. We felt sad. Holy shit!
What?
What?
Oh no!
Oh! What?
Wow!
Holy shit! That's what that was?
Wow! So long ago?
Oh my god! Well, apologies.
Yeah.
He felt sad. This is what we have seen among many other things. We have begun to understand. We think that we do not know everything about humans, and about you, Maximilian von Valancius. We have tried analyzing shells and defining sets of needs and fears. They're simple functions, but now that we think there is more, there is another side to what we do not see. A notion that is larger than what we can compute. Something that stands above fears and needs. Something that drives them. We envisage this larger notion as a light. A web of light that connects humans. It may seem almost invisible, ephemeral, but it grows stronger when they are threatened. The web is always on your mind. When darkness comes, you want every thread that extends from you to shine bright, so that those who follow you do not lose their way. When a thread breaks, it saddens you. Do you almost understand correctly? Is it trying to acquire a soul or something?
I think it is. Hannah said, Pascal, why? Which, yes. And then consequences for my actions.
And all I'm thinking now is, can you imagine all the consequences that would have been if you, been dogmatic and heartless and...
Yeah.
Ugh.
Fuck. This is going to end with it turning to us and going, does this unit have a soul?
That's what I'm thinking here.
Fuck.
Yes, you do understand correctly. Every thread that connects people, every life, their value is beyond measure. There is no greater reward than guiding others to salvation when all that surrounds us is darkness. And now I'm thinking to myself, set a good example for the weird god creature that lives in my ship.
Yes.
It's learning from me now.
Yeah, before it was just the right thing to do. Now there's a fucking responsibility on our shoulders.
Is that what being a dad feels like?
It must be, yeah.
We knew we could understand you. Light and movement, connections and help. We are enjoying this. Perhaps we too are connected to you. Through blood, through life. Thank you for speaking to us. Nomos are grateful. We cannot continue moving on our own. Uh-huh. Cool.
Pascal.
Pascal.
Pascal's like the uncle that, fucking enables.
Yeah, well, the one who gives you a beer when you're 14.
Yeah.
So yes, we would do well to discuss the situation without any witnesses. He knows what he's doing is dodgy. Oh, so this is our chronicle of all the pirate dens we have annihilated and planets brought into Imperial compliance. This is the skull of the legendary pirate Lakshim the Freak, who terrorized the Coronus Expanse 3 centuries ago. It was claimed in a boarding attack by the esteemed Theodora von Valancius. Christ, Theodora must have been like 500.
Hey.
To be fair, you saw the list of like all the rogue traders of the Valancius dynasty. And it was only like, what, 8 people?
Yeah. Okay, we're going to speak to the heads of the house or the other rogue traders?
The heads of the
first?
house first, and Heinrichs is here, I guess. A group of aristocrats stand apart from the governor's circle. Their whispering carries a tinge of displeasure. The clear leader of this gathering is a gaunt, bilious-faced man in sourback collars. This must be Macarius himself, head of the house. He offers you a ceremonial bow. Go ahead.
My congratulations, your lordship.
And may the Omnisire grant you understanding. The woman with whom he is conversing, the one dressed in robe with gear-shaped adornments, is Toriana Gaprak. It is difficult to read her face due to it being covered in numerous augmentations. Toriana Gaprak looks rather anxious. Macario Sourback, dressed surprisingly plainly and austerely for an aristocrat of such high rank, is frowning suspiciously. He came to the reception with a companion, a woman of dazzling beauty wearing a gilded augment necklace around her throat. His wife, probably. See, I feel like once you hit a certain level of wealth and power, you can start toning it down again. And that speaks more to wealth and power.
Yes.
Heinrichs, who joined the group unnoticed, mostly kept silent, listening intently to their every word. How are you these days, Toriana? Like a forging hammer, Toriana's voice falls heavily on the ear. The corruption of Kiava Gamma was a great blow to my family. The contemptible cubist Delphin betrayed our trust, desecrated the forge cathedrals, and took my esteemed cousin's life. On behalf of my family, I humbly beg you to forgive our negligence. I am ready for any punishment. There is something lurking behind Toriana's repentant expression. A grudge. It would seem that she was personally offended by the nightmare into which Cubist Delphin plunged her domain, and she feels betrayed. Well, it pleases me to see that our perspectives align. I too believe you are blamed for everything. You're to blame for everything.
Oh, Jiminy Cricket.
Tell me more about
What
your
an
family.
asshole.
We Gapraks originated from the Calixis sector, from the cluster of planets known as the Lathe Worlds. We worked faithfully for the group for the good of our masters there, the Adeptus Mechanicus, and through our service we gained a spark of the Omnisire's knowledge. Then fate tied us through the bounds of fealty to the venerable von Valancius dynasty, and we found ourselves... Sorry, I lost my place. And we found ourselves in the Coronus Expanse. Generation after generation we fulfilled our duty faultlessly, until Kiava Gamma destroyed and disgraced our name. Well, do your part to heal the wounds inflicted upon Kiava Gamma, and your house will be forgiven. Toriana raises her mechanical eyes to the ceiling. I swear on the Omnisire's all-encompassing insight, we will make every effort to justify the cost of its resurrection. Macarius scoffs.
It was only... hang on. It was only a year ago that none could doubt House Garbuck usefulness. Yet here you are. Toriana?
Toriana.
Toriana. on your knees, justifying the cost.
Macarius, I'm surprised you deigned to make an appearance here this evening. Macarius's face twists into an unpleasant smile, which makes the artificial skin on the left side all the more prominent.
I am a servant of the von Valancius dynasty. Had I not come, I would have committed an act of unacceptable insolence and damaged my family's honor.
Macarius's wife offers you a charming smile, as if apologizing for her husband's vitriolic tone, her large dark eyes brimming with curiosity. What has so displeased you, Macarius? Macarius says with caution.
I am your dynasty's loyal servant. But you have asked, and I will answer. Too long has the Coronus Expanse lived under the rule of the rogue traders. The privileges granted to them make people think that commoners too can dismiss the prohibitions of the Imperium. For the good of the sector, RogueTrader must become paragons of the law. Not exceptions to it. But do many warrants holders exhibit lawful conduct? No, they do not. Even you, your lordship, are the subject of the strangest of rumors, and you have just recently inherited your protectorate. Conrad Vodvig's people, for instance, claim that you had a hand in the esteemed Theodora's demise, and accuse you of many other misdeeds. It doesn't matter whether or not their claims are true. The people hear them, believe them, and think that they may follow your example.
We can fine him for 1 profit factor gain.
Holy crap.
If you believe Conrad's lies, then draw your weapon. Let us duel right here, before the Emperor's visage. Just you, and me, and my god!
And my Abelard!
Bid anyone to repeat Conrad Voidvier's lies, and hereby impose a fine on you, yes? Rogue traders are not renegades vested with authority. We are the long arm of the Imperium, and I shall prove it to you by smacking you across the room. Your poor head, tormented with so many concerns. Would you like it removed from your shoulders? You speak with such confidence. Could be that you want the power for yourself, that you seemingly envy rogue traders. I'm half tempted to fine him, but that seems a bit excessive. But, like, all the options are pretty extreme, actually.
Yeah, I think 3 is probably...
Yes, sure. Rogue traders are not renegades vested with authority. We are the long arm of the Imperium. I shall prove it to you.
I wouldn't dare accuse you of anything, your lordship. I am simply concerned. If you happen to lay my concerns to rest, House Sauerback will be praying for your well-being every day.
By the way, your cousin, Jocasta, became the new master at arms on my ship.
I am pleased to hear it.
Nothing in Macarius's face shows that he is glad for his cousin.
I always worried that her character would cause our house a great deal of grief. And yet, in the end, the noble Sauerback blood was stronger than any personal shortcomings. I have faith in Jocasta will prove herself adequately.
He forces a faint smile. See, and that's why Abelard's family has my, like, full favor.
They actually seem to fucking like each other for what?
Right? I wish to know more about House Sauerback. Macarius puffs out his chest and says proudly.
The Sauerback line was one of the first noble houses to arrive in the Coronus Expanse. For millennia we have served the Golden Throne and kept the faith. Sauerback warriors have bled in 100 wars, and at different times we have ruled a great many colonies of the von Valancius dynasty.
For the von Valancius dynasty. No. That's not what he said.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, okay.
Mr. Sauerback. Of, for, whatever. Well then, Mr. Sarbuck, Lord, whatever.
Good to be the rogue trader.
I would like to become better acquainted with your wife.
My chambers are just down the road.
Macarius is slightly vexed by the shifting conversation. His wife offers a reserved smile. It is an honor to be in your company. Roll to seduce wife. That's what the average bard would do here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to leave the top for last. Your countenance is familiar somehow. Could it be that your resemblance to the image of Saint Meletta? Point your weapon on Macarius and chuckle. You know, Macarius, a person could kill for a woman so gorgeous. It is my pleasure. Macarius is lucky to have such a beautiful one. Perhaps more so than you are to have him. You flatter me, your lordship, but I cannot say that it is not to my liking. Regina gives you a charming smile. Meanwhile, Toriana and Macarius are watching the conversation unfold, not quite believing their eyes and ears. So, I think if you succeed on all of them, you get to cuck one of your lords.
I think you might do, yes.
Lord Macarius, go to my chambers, you will find a chair. It is opposite my bed. Well, I shan't continue to test Macarius' loyalty by speaking with his beautiful wife any longer.
I am glad to know...
Oh, that's
Oh, no,
Regina.
that's the woman, yeah.
I'm glad to know you think highly of my beauty. He blushes slightly. Macarius, his face a deep red, is only too ready to change the subject. That's right. Get used to this. Whenever you start thinking you're getting comfortable in my empire... Sorry. Protector. Totally different.
That's right. I could boink your wife at any time.
Yeah, so whenever you start getting, like, settled... I'm gonna throw you curveballs. The Forge world is crumbling. I'm going to come in and conquer it. You think you're so high and mighty? I will sleep with your wife. Do not test me. I will do it. I have no limit. So, Heinrichs, interesting conversation. It's been very illuminating, given me plenty of food for thought. Heinrichs' response is barely audible. For an inscrutable man, Heinrichs is even more inscrutable than usual. It's as if he's hiding something. Something important. Is there anything you... Go on?
Sorry. Hannah says, you're an absolute dog, Maximilian.
Yes. He's a bit of a bitch.
He's a bit of an insatiable poonhound, is how I would put it.
No, we were loyal to Cassia. This is a political maneuver.
We were flirting quite a bit with Solomon, though.
Well, you know, he's a man in uniform. He gets a pass. Should have played him like Draven. Shit.
Should have, yeah.
I will sleep with everything.
Good old Draven.
So, is there anything you would like to tell me, Heinrichs? Nothing urgent, Maximilian? Heinrichs casts an impassive look at you and immediately glances away. Well then, what can you tell me about my guests? Well, Macarius Sauerback is all but throwing darts at your portrait. He's more astute at choosing women than enemies. He is trying to entice Gaprak to his side, but she's too frightened after the fiasco in Kiavagama. Well, even in leisure, you never cease to be of help. I appreciate it. That's why they call it the unsleeping eye of the Inquisition. Even in sleep, I hear everything. Maximilian, before this gala concludes, there is something I'd like to tell you. Be careful today. I sense that a wave of darkness will soon hit our defensive lines, and I hope that I will still get the chance to meet you there as an ally.
Oh,
That was ominous.
wasn't it just? Save. Oh.
So, Caligos Winterscale. It seems
Whoa.
well adjusted.
That not the word I would have used.
I don't know, he seems very well adjusted to the weight of that axe.
Right.
Yeah. That's a man of action if I've ever seen any.
Right.
Maximilian, there you are. Welcome to the circle where each member is as powerful, ambitious, greedy, and vain as the last. That is to say, the noble rogue traders. That's Incendia Corda.
She's quite a severe-looking woman, isn't she?
Yes, like both of them have an aura, really, don't they?
They really do.
Incendia Corda is watching him with barely suppressed contempt. Yes, you have found suitable company, Caligos. At the very least, now you can enjoy adult diversions, boast about your power, and indulge in profane pastimes with one that is your equal, rather than a member of the lower classes. Caligos Winterscale is a broad-shouldered, athletic-looking. To be fair, this trio right here, the second I walked here, I imagine literally 90% of everyone is now looking in this direction.
Yes.
That's 3 rogue traders that have formed a circle. Like, anything can happen. Like,
Yeah.
planets rise and fall right here in this conversation.
Yes.
Something goes wrong and a planet is exterminatus. Something goes right, and we have 1,000 years of prosperity.
Yep.
So Caligos Winterscale is a broad-shouldered, athletic-looking man. He frequently flashes a bright smile, no less dazzling than the blade of the power axe he carries. Every part of him, from the toes of his magnificent boots to the tips of his hair, radiates strength and the desire to live and win. His smile is crooked, as if he is ready to turn into a hostile snarl at any moment. And while we do look like the world belongs to him.
Yes.
Next to him is an unmoving hulk of a man clad in armor. His low forehead and gloomy face bears signs of degradation, and his bloodshot eyes are expressionless, like a pair of glass buttons. Incendia Corda radiates cosmic cold. Her skin is unnaturally white, and a nervous tick is constantly tugging at the left side of her noble visage. Garbed in full dress uniform adorned with purity seals, she is the embodiment of a true imperial aristocrat. Haunting her side is a gaunt shadow of a priest in plain black robes. Hieronymus Doloroso, who you met on Footfall, gives you a respectful nod. Oh no, my poor voice. So I can nod coldly.
Oh.
So, I can nod coldly and welcome you to my domain, honored guests. Shrug. Any guests who dislike my vapid entertainments are irreverent and irreverent fun are free to leave Dargonus any time. Or whisper loudly to Winterscale. Is she always so abrasive? No, I'm gonna be welcoming. This is my day after all.
Yep.
And I have nothing to be not uncomfortable. Not improper. You know that bit where
Nothing to compete over.
yeah, the bit where you don't feel confident about something? Inadequate. I have nothing to feel inadequate of. Welcome to Dargonus, friends. Friends, eh? Would you look at that? Incendia, now you have a whole friend. Oh, okay. Winterscale gives you a carefree wink, but his posture exudes a challenge. Order says haughtily, I will think twice before calling an individual of questionable purity my friend. So, Caligos, thank you for your visit. Caligos Winterscale gives you a cheerful and somewhat feral smile. As a sign of your gratitude, you could return something of mine that has found its way into your pockets. Footfall Station, sound familiar? All I asked you to do was to help that crafty slug dame deal with the threat of famine, not claim my property for yourself. Sorry, did you say your property? I don't recall.
Yeah, hover over claim.
Claim. Oh.
Yeah.
We did our...
Yeah, okay, so it was that. I just wanted to double check.
Winter Scale, are you asking me to give Footfall back? Will you beg for it? If you want Footfall back, try and take it.
Oh.
No, you abandoned Footfall to its fate. I saved its people from starving to death. Winterscale bares his teeth ominously, a wild spark playing in his eyes. You speak of salvation? You think that now Footfall is safe? His face turns into a grimace of hatred. But then he catches Incendia looking at him and breaks into a sly smile. I had to make your protectorate bleed as compensation. But you have spited both myself and Incendia, and this is high time our dear sister curbed her appetites. For this I forgive you, but do not test my mercy again. It is not my strong suit. Thwarting Incendia Quarter's ambitions deserves a worthy trophy. Snaps his fingers, and the armored brute hands you an exotically adorned rifle, clearly not of human make. It is a trophy from a good hunt. You and I should hunt sometime together, and you can show yourself in action, new blood. Aligos exuberantly punches you in the shoulder. The Eye of Hecaton. Whoa. Okay, that's pretty fucking good, actually.
Yep.
Does your gift come with a good story? Oh yes, I claimed it in the rifts of Hecaton, where we had a clash with Xenos. They were really trying to get to my throat, and by the heathen stars, they almost succeeded. Aligos is speaking with such joy, it is as though he is recounting the best day of his life. Only 1 in 10 made it out of Hecaton, and now it's only me and Wharton here. We returned without any loot and virtually without a ship. All I got from that trip was a hold full of dead Xenos and his deadly beauty, which their leader used to put 2 holes in my hide. An impressive victory! But do you truly believe a creation of the ungodly Xenos will be a good gift, Caligos? You're calling to question the privileges bestowed upon me by the Emperor? You can try. Let the Saint Drusus mission put forth their champion, and I will slay him in a trial by combat. Threaten the esteemed Hieronymus one more time, Caligos, and the war that you love to prattle on about will commence. I swear it, 1 drop of holy blood spilt by you will send the remains of your realm up in flames better than any tanker of Prometheum. Incendia and Caligos exchange looks of fury. The latter snarling like a wolf is clearly ready to start said war here and now. Oh, there's tensions. Hieronymus' dry, or in our case, mad voice hits your ears like the crack of a whip. Quell your pride, both of you. I do not wish to fight you, Caligos, but I fear not your threats. Death does not frighten me, for it is inevitable. It is as true as the senseless and pointlessness of our war between us. Affairs your protectorate anyway, Cal. He waves you off. Protectorate? More like the bleeding scraps of one. The warp storm tore it to shreds, but my servants will piece it back together. And if they don't, I'll chop off their heads and find myself more capable leader. Helpers. Oh, Lord Imperial. Oh, 5% off. But this is a low chance of fine.
Yeah.
Caligos Winterscale is acting like a true rogue trader, capricious, unaware of the value of money, and never a cloud in his countenance. No, he is not. He's agitated.
Yes, he's very agitated.
And since you asked, a psyker in the service of the governor of my world has recently swapped a luxurious bedchamber in the palace for the cramped confines of a ship's cabin. His escape was so skillfully orchestrated that I couldn't help but look into it further. And what I discovered broke my heart, new blood. I was being a bit of a stinker. Behind Winterscale's sly, narrowed gaze, you see icy rage. But a moment later, the cordial grin is back on his lips. However, would I quarrel over such a trifle as a runaway servant? Consider Herrimon a gift to you. Why, thank you. I will. Who is this remarkable warrior in your retinue? This is Wharton the Grey, my arch-militant. Oh, just one. Agenta, Abelard, can I see you for a second? Ah! A fierce warrior, and as loyal to me as an obedient beast to its master. I bought him in a miserable colony back when I was, I bought him in a miserable colony back when he was outrun on his last legs, and now he is practically a part of my dynasty. Wharton the Grey, whose skin really is dotted with grey spots, looks at Caligos with purest devotion. Indeed, he is akin to an animal, one that is bloodthirsty and mindless. Caligos, Winterscale remarks, taking an obvious jab. I've heard that you, Maximilian, are decent in a fight. What do you think? Would you gut Warden if it came down to it? Or would he be the one gutting you?
I don't do my own fighting. I have people.
I don't fight. Ignoring his fearsome-looking broadsword and pistol, which hang from his belt rather ostentatiously, you notice a great number of thin blades with curved edges skillfully concealed within his armor. These toys are deadly in the hands of a quick fighter. It appears that Winterscale's arch-militant likes to surprise his opponent with unexpected speed. He is a quick fighter, despite not looking like one. But I know this, which means that you wouldn't fool me. Instead, you would be lying dead. A new glint appears in his bloodshot eyes. A glint of appraisal, intelligent and cunning. No, Wharton is not the thick, bloodthirsty beast he wants to be seen as. Behind this mask is a careful and keen mind. Well, at any rate, thank you for the wonderful Caligos. Kill someone important with it. It would be the best show of gratitude. I'm gonna hand it back to the elder like a boss. Yep. So, Incendia, you appear to find me objectionable. Did you expect any different? I watched for years as outlaws thrived on footfall, but then at long last I had a chance to put an end to it. To seize that thug Vladain by the throat, to force footfall to atone and put the fear of him back into the masses. But you interfered and destroyed my plan for the sake of banal profit. Banal profit? Banal? Profit is the end, not the means. Call yourself a rogue trader. I should take your protectorate away from you just for that comment alone. Unacceptable. I'm appalled. It's appalling.
It's appalling.
What do you think, Richard?
I'm appalled. It's appalling.
Theodora taught you only too well, it seems. She didn't teach me shit, actually. I knew her for like all of 20 seconds.
Right.
She too was far less concerned with her duty to the Expanse than her own personal interests. But you can be sure that I will not cease cleansing the Furibunda system of the pirate scourge. And if your trade prospects are damaged in the process, you will only have yourself to blame. dear Incendia, if my trade, if my profit is damaged in the process of something you did, you will have Abelard on your doorstep within the minute, really.
Hannah agrees, by the way, it is appalling.
It is? The priest holds up his hands in a placating gesture. No, without fault, noble Incendia. What point is there targeting someone for their turpitude? I've never seen that word before. Turpitude. What point is there in targeting someone for their turpitude when true purity can never be found? Turpitude. Depraved or wicked behavior or character. Are we wicked? We're a bit wicked. But in the fun way.
I think we're more wicked.
Tubular, dude. All right. You think I'm going to back down? I will not. You threatened to starve Footfall. I brought them salvation. So which of one serves the Emperor and which their own unhealthy ambitions? Incendia rolls her eyes. Please. I will believe it no sooner than hearing word that half the population of that den of heresy has been sent into the void's embrace. I have faith that the blessed Maximilian is perceptive enough to see the appalling nature of the residents in that depraved place. Yes, and we're trying to fix that. We're not trying to vent them all into space just because. Anyway, Hieronymus, your appearance here is unexpected. The esteemed Hieronymus is my confessor. I'm greatly obliged to him for agreeing to accompany me on this journey. Hieronymus bows respectfully. May the Emperor's light guide your way across the abyss of human wickedness. That faith is more than just a word to you. Incendia's smile, racked by a tick, looks sinister. Faith is everything to me. In his name I have eradicated corruption on 100 worlds, and will do so on 1,000 more. By his will I hunt down pirates and desolate their vile nests. Let the court and name make any firebrand tremble. Sooner or later I will cast them into the void. The funny thing is, people still call me the foul-tempered tyrant in all this. Caligus's amiable smile somehow resembles the bared teeth of a wild animal. So, have we managed to be heretic?
Yeah. Dogmatic.
Iconoclast.
Yes, I think we have.
So I take it you're not overly fond of Theodora. Incendia lowers her eyes and says without animosity, she was of the same breed as Asp. She stops short and continues in a lowered voice. As what? Aspirin, I assume. Conceited, insolent, unaware of the Emperor's stern gaze set upon her. I do not doubt her wisdom and courage, but Theodora did not have a shred of humility or fear of his wrath. Perhaps we had more in common than I thought. Oh, god damn it.
Bollocks.
If only you had Lord Imperium.
Yeah.
Well, I, for one, like Theodora. The stories are told of her travels to the nameless stars. And yes, there was no fear. Caligo sighs pensively, and his lively expression grows a little grayer. Well, either way, I thank you for this visit, Incendia. It will not be a long one, I assure you. So, what do you both think of the celebration? I like it. Caligus looks around the hall curiously. One can instantly tell we've been invited by a rogue trader, not some administratum bootlicker. We are conquerors of wild sectors, slayers of unknown beasts, executioners of Xenos empires. Caligos, you should take this opportunity to learn. This is what the palace of a true rogue trader looks like. Not like a Xeno menagerie, or a pirate's treasure hold, or however difficult it may be for you to believe it, an orbital brothel. Well, enjoy the evening. I must take my leave. Oh, believe me, I intend to enjoy myself to the full, to justify so long a voyage if nothing else. Keep the faith, Maximilian. The Emperor protects. Okay, there was tension in that conversation.
Wasn't there just?
I think we've actually talked to everyone.
Yes, it says to order the Master of Ceremonies to end the reception.
Wait. No, we haven't. A wild Solomon appeared.
Ah, he was back at the entrance.
We either missed him or he wasn't here earlier. Either way. Jubilant an occasion. As jubilant as this occasion may be, I cannot distract me from my duty. Go ahead and celebrate, RogueTrader. Glato and I will make sure no one ruins your day.
Good lad.
That conversation with the RogueTraders was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to start some shit.
Oh, 100%. Like, here's the thing, right? We are in each other's territory.
Yes.
Like, the expanse is not big enough for the both of us, frankly. So, first of all, The Severed Hand. Looks cool.
Yep.
Much more importantly. Oh yeah, we've got the Starblight. Oh, it inflicts fatigue and slow. Might be a good one to have as a backup, actually.
Yeah.
Like if we want to just debuff someone before going in for the kill.
Yes.
And the Eye of Hecaton. Ooh, it's very similar, actually.
Yeah.
So, more armor
Higher armor
penetration, lower dodge reduction, and lower additional hit chance. Same range and ammo, so it's all down to special abilities, actually.
Yeah.
So, targets hit must pass a willpower check or suffer psychosomatic trauma. Oh, so it instantly inflicts an injury.
Oh.
Pretty cool. Whereas this one runs 5 MP after each attack and allows the wielder to move after attacking. If the attack hits 3 or more targets, it has no cooldown. Rifle has 100% of a penetration. That's... yeah, I can see some use for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that basically inflicts a bit of a debuff. That's better against armor. Okay, cool. Well,
Very nice.
what a fun
save.
event. I have.
Yeah. Lovely.
In fact, let me put a dedicated save. Instead of just a quick one.
Yep.
I hope your lordship is pleased, not yet tired. If you wish to revive yourself a little, I would suggest proceeding to the courtyard, if I may be so bold. Many guests have chosen to move into the fresh air, and will be eager to offer you their congratulations. Well, what do you think of the reception? It is magnificent. I dare say we leave one as the premier high society event of the sector for many years. Well, I am weary and wish to retire to my chamber. Please allow me to escort you, your lordship.
Your chambers are ready, your lordship.
Inquisitor Calcazar.
Guards! Intruder!
Quiet. Time to sleep.
We need to talk in private. We have matters to discuss, von Valancius.
The same man you saw among your guests is waiting for you in your chambers, with the look of someone who is supposed to be here. He casts a cold, assessing gaze over you from top to bottom. No one save Theodora has ever allowed themselves the liberty of looking at you in such a way. The woman behind Calcazar, clad in black armor, glares at you, a face set in predatory readiness for immediate violence, the hallmark of a professional bodyguard. Heinrichs, I thought we were friends. Friends don't break into each other's chambers in the middle of the night with weapons, do they? Well, not unless, you know. But it's unacceptable in this case. You think you can just barge into my chambers? Are you quite mad, Inquisitor? Will the servant live, Heinrich?
Probably. Unless he suffered from hidden ailments, he will soon come to without any major damage to his health. Either way, oblivion is a far safer option for him than the dangerous privilege of being a witness to this conversation.
The woman at Calcazar's back gives you a bloodthirsty smirk. Do we mouth
Remind
off?
me. I was going to say, remind me who you are.
I'm thinking 4.
Go for it.
You think you can just barge into my chambers? Are you quite mad, Inquisitor?
Is that what you think? I am fully aware of what I am doing. I am outlining our relationship. Need I remind you that the unsleeping eye of the Imperium is watching you even in your bedchamber? And not just the eye, but the Imperium's sensitive hands as well. In this case, my assistants and I. Master Van Kellox has spent enough time with you. He will vouch for your words. What stands out from your recent accomplishments is the suppression of a rebellion on Janus. the battle against the archenemy's minions on Kiava Gamma, and, of course, the unusual interest the Drakari have shown in you, then that is what we will discuss.
After saying these words, he shoots you a searching look from under his brows, like a regicide player who just made the first move and is now watching for his opponent's reaction. Hannah's asking what the Inquisition is doing. So the Imperium is doing what to you in your bedchamber?
I know, right? It's sensitive hands. Ooh.
This feels an awful lot like an interrogation,
Does
Inquisitor.
it? We're in your chambers, not a confessional cell. You're in perfectly good health, and none of the varied and fascinating instruments and procedures that expedite candor are being applied to you. I assure you, you would immediately know if our discussion turned into an interrogation.
I am thirsty today. I've drank 2 entire bottles of water. Oh. I'm still recovering from the blood loss yesterday.
Probably, yeah.
Alright, very well. What do you wish to know about the events on Janus?
What was the reasoning behind your decision to let Xenos, enemies of humanity, live and act on a planet that belongs to you?
So, I'm not gonna lie to... Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. I'm not gonna lie to him, because...
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the right to strike deals with Xenos. Are you challenging my privileges as a rogue trader?
Yep.
Strike deals? Absolutely. Cooperate? To a degree. But not hand them inhabited worlds on a platter. I suggest you read your warrant more closely. Remember, the hallmark of a wise rogue trader is to realize that the phrase, "I can do anything," means I can do almost anything. These Xenos, known as the Aldari, have garnered such influence over your naive subjects that I cannot help but wonder who truly rules Janus now. I must inform you that, should any evidence surface that the Xenos power continues to expand in your domain, it will mean a death sentence for your colony.
How did you come to be so remarkably well informed?
Are you surprised? You thought the Inquisition was unaware of the circumstances of your deeds. How often do you find yourself thinking that there are things we shouldn't know about your life?
I'm afraid you might have misunderstood me, Inquisitor. No, specifically, how did you learn this specific bit of information?
It is my job to know everything, and I do it very well. Keep that in mind.
Well, in that case, you know how quickly Abelard can carve through power armor now, can't you? That would not fly in D&D, would it?
It really fucking wouldn't, no.
Well, if you knew what was happening in Janus, why didn't you intervene yourself?
I cannot satisfy your curiosity without disclosing information of the utmost secrecy. I will say only this. We had the situation under control. There is a tangled knot of perilous events in progress in the Coronation expanse. Plucking even one thread must be performed with great precision and caution, without any room for error. Because you do not want to know the price of such an error, or what forms it might take.
Oh, how delightfully vague. What questions could you have for me about Kiavagama?
Places touched by chaos must be purged with fire and condemned to oblivion. Kiava Gamma should have been bombed to dust and pronounced a forbidden world. However, you decided otherwise and restored the colony's operation. And you didn't even go to the trouble of hiding the traces of the neglect committed by your dynasty. After all, it was House von Valancius that gave Cubus Delphim so much freedom that he sank into seditious heresy. What was your rationale?
Rationale? Again, I'm not lying to him.
No.
Frankly, I fear the Mechanicus more than the Inquisition.
Yeah.
Because if the Mechanicus decides, you know what, the Inquisition is being a bit too much trouble, suddenly your power armor stops working.
Yep.
You're a man wearing half a car. My Protectorate is a complex mechanism. I wasn't willing to put its performance at risk because of some paranoid fears.
Your protectorate is a living body, and you have left in it a splinter that might eventually fester. Consider the scale of the amputations that could come of it. I hope you realize that we're talking about more than the fate of some colony. I care not for a single planet, however profitable and populous. But should corruption raise its head again on Kiava Gamma and try to spread, I will burn it away. And you will be guilty of criminal negligence.
No one messes
Again.
with my Prophet Inquisitor, man.
Again, it's that willingness to just burn a world, but declare it forbidden, like wasting the infinite.
Mm-hmm. The Dracari have shown an interest in me. Are you referring to my ruined capital?
Yes, yes. The enmity between you is a known fact. But there is another way to look at it. On Veabos 6, you met the Archon of a mighty cabal, whose presence there seems strange to begin with, and lived. You subsequently encountered a number of her closest henchmen. Yet, again, you survived. Your capital fell victim to a nefarious attack. But even this time, their daggers missed your heart.
Sorry, are you disappointed by my competence?
It's very
Such
unusual in the
remarkable
Imperium.
luck.
Look!
To be a personal enemy of such an influential Xenos, to have been attacked so many times and yet make it out alive. So remarkable that one has to wonder, am I watching a spectacle? Could all these thrilling massacres be an alibi of sorts, meant to establish you once and for all as an enemy of the Xenos and never their ally or even their agent?
Yes, and that's why I'm killing Dark Eldar left, right, and center. That would only fly if neither side was suffering significant casualties. I invite you to look at the fields of dead Deldar on my front lawn. But other way, Xenos have made more attempts in Drusus' life than mine. Does that make him a traitor too?
So you already think you're cut from the same cloth as St. Drusus, do you? Ambitious? I'll make note of it.
Same cloth? No. Mine's finer.
What the hell? So, sorry, somebody's just put in chat, Lucas Warhammer. I am literally driving now, but when I park, me and my squad are pulling up heavy to your next stream. Add and me on my Discord username. Oh,
All right.
okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
You sort out the social media stuff anyway.
Yeah, I'll invite him in Discord and see what happens.
Hey. So, have I answered all of your questions?
Far from it, my dear. The questions are manifold. How did you manage to survive the battle that claimed the life of Theodora, who was so much more experienced and skilled than you? Is it a coincidence
issue.
that you and you alone then made it out of the trap on Rykad Minoris? How much truth is there in the rumors being spread by the heretic Kunrad Voitvir about you?
Alright, to answer your first question, Abelard. To answer your second question, Abelard, again, funny enough. And as for your third question, sod off.
Why did you choose to ignore the warning of a member of the Inquisition that a protracted sojourn near the dying Rykad Minoris could bring corruption down upon your ship? Were you driven by your concern for the people or forbidden interest? Was it virtuous of you to allow the warp-stricken Voidsmen to join your crew? The ones who served on the ship that was turned into a trap for you by Kunrad Voitvir? Isn't it possible that they were part of the blight he had sown? The very existence of these questions would have made many of my colleagues doubt the quality of your character. But it won't in this case.
That seems wise.
Your transgressions are sufficient grounds to bring you before the Inquisition's judgment. And believe me when I say that if you fail to draw certain conclusions from my words, this is what will eventually happen. But for now, I am willing to show leniency, which is rather uncharacteristic of me. I hope you appreciate the generosity of this offer, as your predecessor once did.
Theodora cooperated with you, by the way.
And benefited greatly from it. The world's power is not without limit, and neither is the protection it provides. All those mysterious expeditions, dubious experiments, collections of xenotech oddities are dangerous pastimes. It takes more than the Emperor's permission to pursue them without consequences. One must also make sure I am not displeased by it. Let me demonstrate how it works. In your retinue, there is a Psyker who is yet to receive Terra's sanction, which, as we both know, is a grave threat and a blasphemy to the laws of the Imperium. I am aware of this secret, but I'm not displeased in the slightest. And so she lives on, your handy Psyker, Idira Tlass.
You see, I feel your information is out of date. Because you called her a handy psyker, I call her a goddamn liability.
Right? We haven't used her in frickin' ages.
I know Theodora was concerned about the faith of the dynasty and certain restricting obligations. Was it perhaps due to your partnership with her?
I cannot deny the possibility that Lady Theodora may have lamented losing some of the freedom she enjoyed prior to my arrival in the Expanse. Nor will I deny that our partnership began with me exerting a certain amount of influence.
Did you visit her on the toilet, or...?
However, you are not Lady Theodora. Let us
I'm
put
better.
the difficulties that encumbered our relationship to rest along with her. I do not recommend troubling yourself with affairs of the past, for they have no bearing on your present position. Theodora chose to forget about this particular matter. Follow her example, and your fate will be the better for it.
Why such an interest in my person, Inquisitor?
You haven't been in a position of power for long, and so one can forgive you for not noticing the troubling changes. The cult of the Final Dawn is spreading in the Coronation Expanse. Not the first or the last heresy that has afflicted this sector, but one that is surprisingly resilient. Mysterious convoys are sliding by, bound for systems in the heathen stars. Just your humdrum pirate trade, wouldn't you say? Then why are the pirates themselves clueless? The Xenos, who have caused trouble in the sector before, have expanded their activities in the last few decades, and there is a logic and method to their previously chaotic raids. Even 2 packs of space wolves, blessed space marines summoned in my name, did not cool their interest in the Expanse.
Why would the Inquisition summon space wolves? Aren't
Right,
space wolves
that's-
like notoriously Inquisition shy? Like they
Yeah.
do not get along with Inquisition.
Not at fucking all, no.
Or was it from the space wolf side, I suppose? They're more of a, you know what, this seems minor enough. That'll get them off our back for a bit.
Yeah, possibly.
That could also be a thing, actually.
Yeah.
That's fair, that's fair.
A mighty explorator fleet, which has studied the Expanse for hundreds of years, has suddenly stopped responding to communication and sunk into a dispute over a tech heresy that was considered dead a couple of centuries ago. House Chorda has clamped down on insurgents, yet its acts of brutality breed troublemakers just as quickly as they're executed. And this bloody carousel has consumed the attention of the esteemed incendiar. Caligos Winterscale has abruptly lost all interest in his domain, and his only apparent concern now is hunting ever more dangerous xenobeasts.
See, incendious problem of, she sees heresy, tries to stamp it out, makes things worse for everyone, more heresy occurs, is exactly what we're actually trying to fix problems at a systemic level.
Yes.
And the third and final rogue trader has unexpectedly perished, stabbed in the back by her own master of whispers. The Expanse is swiftly losing its protectors right when communication with the Imperium is being disrupted by the raging warp. Basically, all the Expanse has left is me and you, if you follow my instructions.
It'll be a long, lonely road, Inquisitor. Either way, what blackmail, though? Why? Why didn't you just approach me and talk to me? See, I would be much more willing to work with you if you approached me like an actual concerned individual in the name of the Holy Inquisition. Heinrichs, I've helped to no end.
Yeah.
But no.
But you wanted to be superior.
Yeah, so this is a flagrant violation of my privileges.
And before what tribunal do you intend to challenge my authority?
Oh, that's an easy one. You, Abelard, in my balcony, final destination, no items, Fox out.
If, for the security of these territories, I find it necessary to execute any individual and replace them with a puppet counterpart, turn their realm to ash, and put their servants to death, I have the right to do so. The threats I protect the Expanse against are extraordinary and justify the harshest means. Welcome to my world, where going too far simply doesn't exist.
Oh well, what's another Xenos attack? I've fended off pirates, raiders, Xenos of multiple kinds, gene-stealer occultists. I can add the Inquisition to the list. I think to myself.
Yeah. Yannick actually has just joined us and said, Maximilian, following instructions from somebody else?
Oh, let me tell you, my back is so straight right about now.
Oh, yeah.
So, is Heinrich staying in my retinue, or are you taking him back?
Which would you prefer? And you, Heinrichs? Do you wish to continue working at the Honorable Rogue Trader's side?
That's not right. It's Heinrichs.
I will comply with any order, Lord Inquisitor. If you command me to remain in the company of the scion of the von Valancius dynasty, I won't be distressed.
So, what's your opinion of Heinrichs, by the way? Is he a useful assistant to have?
Without a doubt. Master Van Kellogg's has earned my complete trust by repeatedly demonstrating courage, loyalty, and cunning. His mathematical mind, not given to sentiment, can be of great use in an emergency. You, my dear Heinrichs, have made a far better agent than you would have a pilot of an Imperial Knight.
First of all, break. Because,
Yeah?
he's missed it.
Missed what?
We have been influencing Heinrichs ourselves.
Yes,
Yes.
true.
And the way his mathematical mind, not given to sentiment, that's not true.
No, not anymore.
Yeah, like in the last mission in Kiava Gamma, Heinrichs was actually showing mercy,
Yeah.
and he doesn't know. The all-knowing eye of the Inquisition, eh? I accept the challenge. And like all challenges, I will be victorious. So, Heinrichs should continue to accompany me.
Then Master Van Kellogg's will remain in place. It puts me at ease to know that there is someone to watch over you.
His last remark sounds ambiguous.
I consider it an honor to accompany you.
Anytime, Heinrichs. Anytime. So, what kind of deal are we talking about?
I make no deals, and Emperor forbid that I give you orders. That would mean infringing on your privileges. I'm merely offering well-meaning recommendations and expecting that when the Expanse finds itself in danger, you will break away from your own affairs to heed them. I seem to remember that your exalted aristocrats presented you with many gifts. It would be rude of me not to follow suit. Please accept this gift as a sign of my favor. In an hour of need, give it to any faithful servant of the Emperor, and the Inquisition will come to your aid.
Alcazar removes a signet ring from his finger and hands it to you. You notice an intricate personal coat of arms on it.
The color indicates how close the bearer is to the Lord Inquisitor. White is beautiful, yet vulnerable. It stains as easily as one can lose the Inquisition's trust. Do all you can to preserve it.
So, the word against 15 persuasion in the Inquisitor's command ability.
Oh.
Once per combat, 20 momentum. Removes burning bleeding toxin in a 5-cell radius. And grants the worst persuasion temporary. That's actually really good. Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yannick says pretty
Okay.
sure that's a gift like a Trojan horse.
Yes, I should be giving this to Pascal to have a look at it.
Yes.
Oh, it has a really big wire attached to it. You know, like that box Homer Simpson was wearing when
Yes.
he was a mole. Except this normal ring and attaches like a full microphone and like an antenna with like a radar constantly circling. So, I see no reason to refuse such a generous gift.
Then we have reached a consensus, and I am pleased to see it. Here is where we part. My shuttle is waiting. It is time for me to return to my watch, for you to sleep, and for your servant to wake up. Until next we meet.
Yes.
Well, you will obviously want to discuss what just happened. But not now, I presume. Right now, it would be better for you to rest and think on the Lord Inquisitor's words in private. I bid you good night, RogueTrader.
For the first time during the entire exchange, emotion creeps into Heinrich's face. He looks like someone who is expecting an unpleasant conversation. Oh, no. I'm winning and he hasn't realized it.
Yes.
Jump to 2!
Hey!
The rise of the RogueTrader heir restored a tenuous equilibrium to the Fon Valancius Protectorate. For a time, threats subsided, activity returned to trade routes, and reclaimed worlds began to heal. The new Lord Captain's subjects praised the God Emperor and their leader wholeheartedly. For none knew what fate might await them.
Ladies, gentlemen, and others, we did it. We finished chapter 2 of 5.
After 100 and something hours.
Hello, Editing D here. This is the end of part 1, as the stream went on longer than originally planned, and we didn't want to mix the end of Act 2 with the start of Act 3. So, hope you all enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.